Hi, my YouTube friends. I'm gonna have to cut this video real short 'cause I got like 10 minutes of record time. Uh, Talking about protecting our kids. Now, it's everybody wants to do that. There's some people that don't. Let's talk about the agencies that do this. I think their rules can be changed a little bit to make them more stricter. We can get a lot of these other bad parents off the streets, make them realize what they're doing. Let's take, for instance, I'll come up with an example. And I want y'all's guys' opinion at the end of this because this is real important. If I can get, say, 200 likes on this, I'll take it before the city council here in the town I live in. For example, you invite some friends over. You're drinking, you're smoking marijuana, you may be taking pills or taking that. You get the feeling all this hits you. Things happen. So say this happens around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. You got a child laying on the couch watching TV, covered up with a thin blanket, and their night clothes on and no shoes. The other child's fully dressed because, let's say they 18 or 19. They doing what every 19-year-olds do. You tell them to go outside, just the way they're dressed. And for maybe 30, 45 minutes to an hour, you having your fun time. Your kids is outside cold, or one of them is. Hollering and screaming to unlock the door and let them in. You don't do it until you're done, so you unlock the door. Now, in a case like that, protection people should be called. By law, they got to come out and check out every call, no matter how minor it is. Say they talk to the children, no, and the parent, no, we had a couple of drinks. I had a couple of drinks with friends. There wasn't no drugs. Everybody's gonna say they're not taking drugs to them to keep from losing their kids. It would be stupid to say, duh, I was stoned. Lose your kids automatically. When a case like that, now if it's just low food or the kids is dirty, I can see them taking it back to their supervisor. And their supervisor saying, no, there's really not enough here to have a case on. But anytime drugs and alcohol are involved, it should be a mandatory 1 year of them people coming into your home checking. And now this is all my opinion, guys. This is not law, it's just an opinion. And like I said, if I can get 200 likes on this thing, I'll show it to our city council next time they have a meeting and see what they can do. But anyway, they closed the case. They send you a letter 2 or 3 days later. Said, no, we're not taking it any further. We didn't see no harm. All right, when drugs and alcohol are involved, they get the call. I think personally, it should be mandatory when they come out, you go take that drug test right then. They take you downtown to get it done. Anytime drugs is involved, I don't care. That's just my opinion. And if it comes back positive that you are on drugs, so that's automatically going to mean part of that call is true. So they're going to have it in their heads now, well, if they failed the drug test, the drug screen, the rest of it's got to be true. So what, in my opinion, what they ought to do is that supervisor should open that case for 1 year. The first time. 6 months probation. Come in your home and check it once a week unannounced. That's the only way they're going to catch anything. Unannounced. The friends that you had over that night, have them banned for 6 months. First time. Now, if you love your kids, 6 months is nothing. The next time you get caught doing it, so you do everything they say, and you get your letter saying it's clean, and the call comes in again about the same thing. In my personal opinion, it ought to be mandatory 1 year. 6 months without them friends being over, or anybody related to it. Actually, be my personal opinion, but we're just going to say the particular ones that was there. 6 months with them not there. Mandatory drug test, drug screen once a week, unannounced. And when that 6 months is up, let them friends come back over. Stay on that year of probation. They got the right to come in unannounced any time to check your home out. And if you mess that up, they should file full charges. Parenting classes, supervised visitation if it comes down to it. And the ones that was there the first time and second time, no longer allowed around. That would stop a lot of this stuff that's going on with our kids. That would stop a lot of the abuse. But like I said, I just had to come up with an example. So that was just right off the top of my head, guys. Just an example of what I think they should do. But there's no law telling them they can do that. I do know that it is the law. It's mandatory that they check out every call regardless of how minor it is. They got to come out and check it. But in a case like I was just talking about, my hypothetical case, I was just talking about the parents locking their children outside, dressed in their thin night clothes with thin blanket, no shoes. It's 40 degrees or lower outside. They banging on the door, hollering, crying, let me in, it's cold, and they don't do it. In a case like that, yes. Automatic drug test the next day when they come out. You take the test or we'll see you in court. Pure and simple. Because if they tell you, well, let's make an appointment to have it down, or I can't do it today, we'll do it the next couple of days. They just buying time to pass that, to make sure they're going to pass that drug test. It should be mandatory when they get called out, when they come out to investigate the call, and the anonymous caller says it's drugs and alcohol, you ought to be automatically drug tested. Because a lot of drugs leave the system within 24 to 48 hours. So it ought to be mandatory that drug test be took and the following steps be took. That would stop a lot of what our gift from God has to go through with some people. That's the way I feel. Now, I could go into several other true stories to where nothing was done. But I'm not. Simply because it may cause problems or retaliation against me. Or I can tell you a true story about a family that I know of. I know would cause retaliation against me, so I'm not going to do that. So guys, till next time, give me them comments, give me them likes on this video. So like I said, I get 200 likes, I will go with my city council at their next meeting and show them this video. So guys, hit that button as hard as you can. Until next time, have a great night tonight, a better day tomorrow, and always take a chance.